So are you considering going to UK for studies, or your children, you want to send your children to UK? Please listen to this video, watch this video as you are doing the application, because there are so many other countries that can be considered for studies, whereby if a child finishes, or if you finish, you can still get job other than UK. It is now considering restricting their visa applications for certain countries, and unfortunately Nigeria is among the countries they are considering. I personally have always been very skeptical about UK. Before now, I think about, why do I start having these feelings? About 17 years ago or 15 years ago, I remember a friend, the daughter was to go study in UK. Actually, she went to study in UK. And of course, money was even still good then. The currency wasn't this bad. So the daughter went there and to do her masters. And after masters, we were all thinking the girl was going to stay put. And the girl came back. And I was asking the mom, why did she come back? She said she can't stay. I said, I thought it was because you wanted her to stay that she went to UK to go and study. She said that was the plan. But, you know, after the girl stayed like almost 2 years, to get job wasn't so good. After studying, was not so easy. She decided the girl should just come back home. And she came back to Nigeria. And even up to now, the girl is the young lady is in Nigeria now. And hopefully doing well, I want to believe. But now she's into business now. Now, why am I trying to say this? I wonder that most times when we send these children to abroad to go and study, most times we want them to stay there. That is why we stick our neck to put so much down. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Now, with this Japa syndrome thing, of course, Japa has been on the rise among us for the past, especially for the past 5 years. I want to believe it's been on the high side, seriously on the high side. An average Nigeria parent wants their children to relocate. An average family, as long as they can afford it, are relocating. Not only that, many people have even been scammed, all in the name of relocating, to show how much desperation Nigeria has become. Unfortunately, after relocating, to get, you know, what you think is going to work out is not what is going to work out. And I remember somebody called me 2 weeks ago and said, Auntie, please do a show on this issue. UK is denying people asylum now, before people will start coming and they will get stopped. And honestly, I just forgot. I forgot. And this person is somebody that works closely with the Home Office. She said the rate at which they are denying people is so much now. And I said, why? She said the problem is that most people came into UK with this COS issue. Most came into UK to study. And, you know, our people, I don't know what I should call it, whether is it illiteracy? Because when she told me that, I said, how can anybody do that? So what she told me was that most Nigerians, maybe not only Nigerians, at least let's talk about our own people, that most of them came with COS and later go to claim asylum. I said, how possible is that? She said, maybe they thought the government will not know. I said, you came into a country with COS to work for some time and go back to your country, because you were not giving, that COS does not guarantee immediate residency. It will take process. Now you are into the country. You are still under their COS something. You are going to apply for asylum. I now said, where then they do that kind of thing? She said that is exactly what is happening. That some of them came to study and are seeking for asylum. And say, as per what? Asylum is not that easy. You want to seek asylum, there must be something going on in your country to seek asylum. Not like in those days where people will go and say, where I'm coming from, asylum, blah, 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 blah. I need asylum. There is problem there. There is this thing there. Now, they ask for police reports. This is the era of social media. They need to see that truly where you are coming from. I said, is it that they are forgotten they put address down when doing application? She said, Auntie, this is your intelligence. I said, yes now. You are going to apply as for COS. You are applying to come and work. When you are doing the application for the visa, some you apply to visit. When you are applying to visit, you have your address, right? When you are applying for COS, you have your address. When you are applying to come and study, you put down your address and they can see your location. For example, somebody living in Lagos, they have your address as somebody living in Lagos. Somebody living in Ibadan, somebody living in Kano, and all those other states in Nigeria. They know the places where there is problem. If an Hausa man now goes to apply for asylum, mention the place they are living. Maybe somebody from Benue, somebody from Borno, Plateau State, all those odd places in Nigeria, and they have their address on record. They are actually from that place. Such people are likely to get asylum. But you when you were applying, you were filling your form, you wrote your address, number 8, Akeju Street, Agege, Lagos. Abi? You wrote your address, number 5, Irepodu Street, K2, Lagos. You wrote your address, number 8, Omodun Street, Ijebu Ode, Ogun State. Please tell me where in those places where there is unrest, that you will now get to UK, you will now go and be seeking asylum. You think these people are not okay? You think they don't know what they are doing? So that is what our people, I was told, they've been doing, and they are turning them down from seeking asylum. So when I saw this news today, which you are looking behind me, I was not surprised. This news came out 2 days ago. Pakistan is among, Nigeria is among many other countries seeking asylum. If you want to seek asylum now, it's like you have to seek it from your country, not when you enter. You are not from Afghanistan. You are not from Ukraine. You are not from Israel. You are not from all those odd places. You are not from there. Even in Nigeria, they know the odd places. And not when you get there, even though their people have been doing it before. Now they have more than enough crowd to undo. People going into their country are making them spend a lot of money. Like I said, these people, they know how to collect. This is not the first time they are doing it. I've always known them to be like that. And I've ever said, me, I will never send my children to that place. Even though I didn't have plan of relocating. I say, if I have to choose a place, not that place. Because I know them to be users. Once they don't collect money, they will tell the people, maybe they go back. Especially people who go for studies. It's not the first time. Anytime they have problem, they will open their door and say people should come. They should come. Once they have enough, only very few will have opportunity. The rest, they will tell them go back because they will not do the paper on time. And we know what it is to be in a country without having legal documents to work, to live in that country. So what is their plan? How do they want to do it? They say, number 1, they are concerned about the high number of individuals claiming asylum after entering the country legally on visa, travel visa, tourist visa, visiting, schooling, name it. They say this has led to a surge in overall net migration, which is a political issue for them. Next point is that the government aims to reduce influx. This is how they plan to do it. They will now be denying people visa. They are not saying don't apply, you apply, pay money. And their visa money is expensive now. Apply, pay money. But your paying money does not guarantee the visa. So their proposed restriction is that the government will target nationals with high asylum claim rates, which is Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka. Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka, according to the news. They say this restriction may apply to applicants for work and study visa. So that means even if you are coming to study, they don't need your money again. They have more than enough. After Brexit, when they open door, people don't come. They don't get enough. They say the specific of the restriction are expected to be outlined in an immigration white paper. So their underlying concerns: number one, the government believes that certain nationals are more likely to abuse the visa system by overstaying and claiming asylum after entering the UK. And we say no, we say they are saying the truth. Number two, they say this is particularly concerning for those who arrive on work or study visa. And number three, the government aims to address the issue by building intelligence on the profiles of these individuals by implementing measures to identify them and deter them, according to the BBC. They said now asylum and visa requirements are: those who have claimed asylum in the UK are generally not eligible to switch to a skilled worker visa. This is where the problem came from. People went into UK for skilled work visa and now claiming asylum. They say you cannot switch to worker visa. That means while your asylum is on, you cannot say you want to switch to another category. They say individuals who can only switch to a skilled worker visa if you hold another valid visa. The government also has provision to deal with asylum claims from people who enter UK without authorization, including the possibility of removing them to a safe third country. That means they can carry you to Rwanda or any country. They say the impact is the proposed restriction could make it more challenging for individuals from certain nationalities to obtain visa for work, study, or other purposes. They say this could have implications for the UK economy, which relies on skilled workers from abroad, according to Rights to Remain. It could also affect the number of asylum claims as the government attempts to deter potential asylum seekers. So you can read more about it on www.infomigrants.net. Everything is there, where they said UK government plans to restrict visa application for certain categories. Read more about it before you do the application. Good luck to every one of us. I know we are looking for better ways for our children. So before you consider it, consider other places. You know, we all just focus on a particular place, and we limit the chances for ourselves. I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but I remember vividly a friend who, when he was to send the son to go and study abroad, the son went to Netherlands, and I was asking Netherlands. He said, yes, Netherlands is a good place. Their school fees was not so bad. It's not so to get admission and all that. I said, really? Then I didn't have plan of relocating then. And today, that boy is in America here, doing very well. He started from Netherlands, I think did an exchange program and got into US. And like that, he has a good job now. He's even a citizen now. So look at other options, and you know, I wish you all the best. I can understand what we are going through as a people. It's unfortunate, and of course everybody wants to try, but honestly, from what I was told by the person that lives in that place, I'm not saying don't try it. I'm not saying don't try it. I'm not saying don't give it a chance. Many people give it a chance and today, but it's not so what it used to be anymore. They are actually overwhelmed in that place too. And you know, some people get there and they want to abuse the system by getting free things, and that's one of the things choking them. It seems they don't feel cope again. Now they cause all this wahala. So and Asylum is always the first place. I mean, the easiest way to get people to work. So it be like say they don't want give again. You know, but just do your research very well and make sure you do your paper very well. At least from the some of the information I give, you can pick one or two things when you are filling your form. You understand? Best of luck.